Welcome to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Nick. And we are going to talk some meditation and just how I've structured my life to be a nice, peaceful life at times and a productive one at times. So I've noticed that certain patterns and habits and routines reoccur in my life for over the long stretch. And that is that I never slack off to an extended amount of time. When I was younger, we had vacations where I would just hang out with my cousins and my friends in Serbia, and we just played sports and video games all day long and worked out. That was the life. But that's when you're young, because after that there was school and university and everything like that. But now, today, just like if I enjoy, travel, go to the park, go watch a movie, take a bath, I gotta do something after. I gotta read up on some news. I gotta follow current events. I gotta follow even just the entertainment news and stuff like that. Who release new entertainment media, new films, new songs, what current events are going on in pop culture, and as well as the politics, what's going on in politics, and then just the overall news, what's going on in major world events. So I always keep up with that. And this guide, I'm going to structure it. I'm going to talk about some health tips that I've built up so you can get more knowledgeable and wiser about overall healthcare. And then just some patterns to be more productive. So, like, for the health stuff, right? You always want to drink some water. You don't got to drink water all day because it gets boring. But just some water to cleanse out your system is always good. I drink a nice thermos, keeps it cold. I keep cold water in the fridge. And I filter. It's a filtered bottle. And you change the filter and it stays in the fridge. And then you fill up a cold thermos. And you got good water. I've been a big advocate of things that are cheap. Things that are like under $100 to buy the best quality. Because those are going to last the most. So for example, a toothbrush. Replaceable toothbrushes. Beard trimmer. Utensils. Scissors. Pens, notebooks, knapsack, glasses to an extent, water bottles, trivial things, shoes, boots, coats, hats, things that are cheap. Don't buy clothing. Don't buy the absolute pieces of crap that's going to rip and break and going to make your quality of life much worse. Because these things, if you buy good quality for even double the price, or triple the price if you're finding some really, really raggedy stuff, it's going to, like this, you know how many bottles I've been through? I think 100. I think I've been through 100 bottles. And when I finally bought this one for like $50, maybe it wasn't 50, it was like 30. But I would have paid 50. I've had it for 4 years now, 5 years now. I've dropped it. I've carried it through blizzards. I carried it through scorching heat. I've filled it up. I've washed it. I've cleaned it. I've dropped it. I've opened it. I've carried it like this all the way up and down. I've thrown it. I've carried it like this. I've done everything to it. And it still works. And every other bottle I had, even just, you squirt it and it rips in half. It's got like leaks in it. Or you put it in your car, you go for a drive on a warm day, you take it out, all this crap all over your car because it had a leak in it. Happened to all my water bottles. You buy a good one and you're happy. So good. Maybe not, don't apply this to expensive stuff like a cell phone. You don't need a $2,000 phone. You don't need the iPhone 99, but just utensils, mugs. Buy a good mug. If you're drinking out of the same mug every day for breakfast and it's like giving you cramps in your fingers, you don't need that. get a good quality mug. Pay $30 for a mug because it's going to last you 20 years. And then you're always happy with that mug. It's nice, it's big, doesn't give you cramp on your fingers. You know, pots and pans and kitchenware and towels and napkins and cups and, you know, everything you need, all that simple stuff. Cleaning supplies, brushes and cloths and, you know, all this stuff that's routine. I recommend you get the best quality that you can find, so you don't gotta buy it 100 goddamn times. Because you see this stuff, it's $1 billion corporation. They're getting, people are rebuying the same crap hundreds of times. For what? For what? Just get something quality. Anyways, enough about that. Put your buck to your bang, you know, make good use. Back to the meditation guide. Family history of health conditions. Speak with your doctor when necessary. Follow up with your doctor. You got psychiatry for mental health. You got family doctor, physicians. You got dentists and oral care and braces and orthodontists. You got surgeons. You got specialists like dermatologists and physiotherapists and you know, there's a whole conglomerate of healthcare professionals. So go to the appointments, speak whatever details you can share with them, and get the proper recommendations and the proper treatment. So that'll help you. Overall, try and keep a somewhat healthy eating habits. You know, don't overeat. Like, I eat fast food, but I also eat cooked food. I eat fruits. I eat vegetables. I drink water, I drink milk, drink juice. I limit alcohol and tobacco. I don't smoke marijuana. Have enough antioxidant meat, eggs, cheese, iron in your blood, omega-3s from fish, vitamins and minerals. Don't overdo it. Like, sometimes if you take too much, you can get kidney stones. If you take too much of vitamin D and calcium, and that's crap. So you can get enough nutrition from food if you're eating a balanced diet. There's the food guide. You have whole grain, you have dairy products, you have meat, you have fruits and vegetables. Those are like the 4 food groups. See, I know. You got your fiber for digestive gut health. You got your yogurt for probiotics for your gut health. And if you're having diarrhea or something like that, upset stomach, find out what bothers you. For me, I have heartburn a lot, so that's a condition, so I take medicine for that. And I've been drinking the same pill for 20 years now. It helps me. If I don't drink the pill one day, boom, boom, immediately I start to get heartburn in both directions. So heartburn in this direction feels like burning. Heartburn in the opposite direction feels like pain in your stomach. So a lot of time it's just that extra acidity in your stomach that causes pain. You know, you can get over-the-counter relief for that, like gummies and tablets and stuff. But if you have it a lot, you might just have a problem. So speak with your doctor, and they'll usually give you something to try for 2 weeks. But for me, I just had to take that thing forever because I just have an oversensitive stomach. It just produces too much acid, and I had that ever since I was a kid. So that's, you know, it's not just about gut health. You know, if you have an acidic stomach, it's going to cause you problems. So you get treatment for that. But then you also have probiotics and stuff like that for good health, yogurt and fiber and water and milk. I don't know. Yeah. Fish, omega-3s for your brain health. Butter is good for you. And then when you eat, take some time off. Like, if I'm not going anywhere, I won't eat a lot. If I'm going somewhere and I know I might get hungry later, then I'll eat. But I make sure I go to the washroom as well before I leave. So I empty my stomach and guts before I leave. And then when I'm at home, I just relax. Like, I sit on the couch and I drink my water. And if I get hungry, then I'll have a meal. I'll have a snack. But otherwise, I'm not eating a lot, especially when I go to sleep, because I'm too lazy to eat, and because you don't need to eat all the time. You can just occupy yourself. You can brain rot. You can not brain rot, but you can like just mindless do an activity, watch some videos, entertain yourself, watch the news, watch TV, talk to someone, message something, post on social media, do whatever. And you don't got to be eating food while you're doing that, because food is, once you start eating food, you can't stop. So if you're snacking, you can't stop. There's no way you're going to start. So don't even start to snack. When I'm really, really hungry, I'll eat 1 or 2 snacks, just if I'm too lazy to eat a full meal. And then that'll keep me going an extra hour, and then I'll eventually cave in and eat a full meal. But once you start snacking, you can't stop. And that's just, it's no nutrition in snacks, it's just snacking. Once you start snacking, you can't stop. Except for if you've been working out and lifting weights, and especially doing cardio and running a lot, or swimming, or cycling, then you're eating the whole day. You're eating the whole day because you're starving, and you're eating the entire next day as well. And if you have a routine of being active lifestyle, then you're eating nonstop. Then that's how you see all these skinny people and fit people eating 1,000 things a day, entire bags of chocolate, entire bags of chips, entire cakes, entire ice creams, entire just loading up all the time. And they're slim and fit and in shape. It's because when you don't see them, they're working out for a minimum of an hour a day. I know those people. I was one of them. You can have chiseled abs and just eat jars of Nutella every single day, because you're playing sports 2 hours, 4 times a week. You're going to the gym 3 times a week, lifting weights. You're running 1 hour a day, 5 times a week. You're working out multiple times a day, all day, every day, throughout the entire year. So then you need the calories. So if you have a lifestyle like that, then you can eat all the time, and you will need to eat all the time. But if you just not very active like me, my main exercise is walking, and sometimes I do some stretching and a little bit of resistance band, then you don't need to eat all the time. I got big meals, but I can go like at nighttime 12 hours without food, just 4 hours without food, 3 hours without food, just water and juice and milk. And that's the way I keep my weight and whatever. Now my throat's dry. And then you got like vaccines. So make sure you get your vaccines. It doesn't hurt that much. It's like, think of a body check in hockey. If you can take a body check, if you can take an NFL hit, if you can arm wrestle, if you can squat weights, you can take an injection. I've been taking I've taken billions of injections. Every single month I take an injection, a big one. It doesn't hurt. It's good pain, It's like someone squeezing your arm. It's good. It is someone squeezing your arm, whatever. That's what it feels like. And then it's over in like 2 seconds. And you're a little bit sore, but whatever. Someone was squeezing your arm, you're going to be sore. And then you have the dentist. That also is not supposed to hurt. They give you anesthesia. And it's just routine problems while you still have your teeth. They can clean them and fix them and stuff like that. And you can straighten them and whiten them and stuff. And then you got your routine screenings once you get older, like for cancer and colonoscopy and ultrasounds and MRIs and more serious stuff that you're going to need to get screened for. Whatever. If you can afford it and they recommend it, it's probably good. But you don't need to overdo it. So, like, obesity is just the most unhealthiest life factor that you can control. Diabetes can be managed. Don't overeat sugar. And then we have the mental health. So the mental health, you have things like autism, which is just a neural network. So neurons are types of cells, but they signal commands from your brain to your body, and within your brain, you're thinking. So if these neural networks are broken, you can have mental health problems. So things like autism, bipolar, schizophrenia, manic episodes, schizoaffective disorder. You can see hallucinations. You can see things that aren't real. You can just be confused. You can have speech problems. You can have focus problems, ADHD, attention hyper focus problems. These are all mental health conditions that you should be aware about for yourself and for other people, and be considerate to other people, because it's a lifelong process of managing the condition. It's sometimes it's manageable, sometimes you got to work on it, but it requires a full team of care and ongoing persistence to stay healthy. And it's like physical health. You got to keep up with medications and a lifestyle, and being productive and accommodations and stuff like that. So, and treatment options. Sometimes you're getting treated, but it's not the best path for you. So you get different type of treatment to have less side effects or to have less complications with your health care and stuff like that. So you're always trying to optimize your treatment, so it is a struggle always, but it's possible. So that was that. Then you have sleep, if you're happy and healthy and you got the right medicine, you're going to sleep well. And then wake up on time and do your routine and then take naps. So that was the health, and then Googling is always good. Every time you Google something about health, you're going to find out you're going to die. And you're going to find out 10,000 symptoms that you didn't know you had that now you have. Don't worry about it. Google, but understand that Google's going to tell you everything from A to Z. So just remember, just Google to gain information. Just information, but don't panic. That's why I Googled so much stuff, and I learned a lot about healthcare and medicine, and my side effects and my doses and stuff like that. But don't get overwhelmed when you see all this crap. And I Googled different medications and alternative medications and stuff like that. And case studies and research studies and statistics and screenings. And you got the whole thing. You got the diagnosis. You got the prognosis. You got the treatment. You got the prevention. You got the whole thing. It tells you the whole thing. You got the symptoms. You got the side effects. It tells you the entire range of every disease possible and every condition possible, right down to my fingertips. I always get, every time I cut my nails or I play guitar or I play piano, I get inflamed cuticles. And then I researched what's good for that. Found out it was just warm salt water. Warm salt water, that's all there is for it. No fungus cream, no antibiotics, no antiseptics, no cleaning, nothing. Just warm salt water. And it's unfortunate because it happens to me all the time. But it's like you can just Google that stuff as well too. And then as for just for to keep me productive, I'm always doing something. When I'm on vacation, I'm managing my stocks on my phone. When I go to Cuba, it's the boss life. You're on a beach, you have your book. You go to the restaurant, you eat food. You go to the hotel, you do stocks on your phone. You keep up with the company, how they're making money, and your emails while you're at the beach. It's not bad. You're not like distracted. You got to find enjoyment in it, because if you're just on the beach playing soccer and drinking beer, it gets to a point where it overflows your mind. So you stay fresh by checking out a couple of emails, 3 emails you check, and that's it. And then you go back to lying on the beach. You know, I do my stocks. I do 1 or 2 stocks when I'm on vacation at Cuba. And then go back and then read my books. And then, you know, use my laptop for some work in the evening when I'm nice and sunbathed. Then there's my laptop. And then I read still the news and the politics. You're not separated. There's nowhere you could go in the world where you're isolated from the entire globe. You know, you're always connected. So stay up to date, you know. Follow your accounts that you're following on wherever you get your news from, your media accounts, your social media, your podcasts, your news, your articles, your reading, your whatever. Stay up to date with that. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I find enjoyment in that. That's why I'm always learning more about politics and business and stocks and finances and pop culture and sports. I love watching sports and keeping up with sports and learning about the athletes and learning the history and keeping up with the stats and the records and who the winners are, who the top teams are, when the competitions are, who's winning the competitions, which countries are involved, where the athletes are from. You know, you have all this cool stories going about as well as watching the game. So that's what's entertaining to me. And then you can learn about science. You could watch like Discovery Channel, science and animals. I learned it in school, so it's interesting to me as well. And then I Google stuff on my own when I'm trying to practice, develop theories and stuff like that. Or I watch and I read Discovery Channel on Amazon Prime, like courses and how-tos, and just some of them are complex and detailed, and some of them are simple. And you could learn science that way. And just you get science textbooks and science books. I got science books that aren't part of my textbooks from school, just extra science books that I read about, like physics and biology and chemistry, that I got at a discount, and I read those. So you can always learn about science. It's good. Sports, politics, just the real world around you, and then concepts with money, budgeting your expenses. I have an expense budget sheet where I keep all my expenses, and I budget, see how much money I have, where I'm spending my money yearly, by the month, by the year, and where my money is going and where it's coming from. And I made all this stuff by myself. You don't need other people to do it for you. You make it by yourself in Excel. I have Excel. You don't got to program. You don't got to code. You don't got to know software and hardware and electrical engineering. Just Microsoft Word, where you can underline, bold, outline, color code, neat Microsoft Word documents, professional Microsoft Word documents, where you can organize your things for you, not just for work to make quality reports, but your own personal sheets that you're going to use that'll help you organize things, maybe itineraries, you know? Just make a nice organized Microsoft Word. Excel can help you a lot to keep also itineraries and finances, and any financial things can make made in Excel. That's all you need, Word and Excel. And PowerPoint can help you keep organized thoughts that are much more shorter. So when you got short ideas and itineraries, then you use PowerPoint, and you can put a nice, pretty title and pretty picture and pretty fonts. So you got PowerPoint, Word, and Excel. And you can make anything you want in those 3. It's not that difficult. But just be very organized about it, and it'll look beautiful. Then you got on your phone your Keep, Google Keep, or your Notepad, or whatever you use, and you can organize that as well. Put a title on the note, date of the note, and what the note is about. I got those as well. So when you're out and about, you don't need a pen, paper. You don't got to memorize it. You don't even need a calendar. You just open up your Keep, your Notepad, type it in on your phone. I got Shazam for music. So if I hear a song, I used to write it down. I used to listen to the lyrics of a song. This was before Shazam was invented. I would listen to the lyrics and I would go, okay, 3 words I would hear, and I would open my phone and I would type in song, 3 words. And then when I got home, I would Google those 3 words and I found out what the song was called. So when you got ideas, you got your phone, you got your organized notepad on your phone, you type it in, and then you organize it later onto a bigger Excel or whatever you're using document. And Shazam is like you press it and your phone listens to the song and it pops up what the song is. So yeah, and then read enjoyment. Entertainment is important too. Entertain yourself with TV, books, articles, news, sports, videos, YouTube, movies, shows, artwork, guitar, music, sports, exercise, play music, learn an instrument, learn a hobby, become handy if you don't know a hobby, learn how to fix things, learn how to do physical labor around the house that's going to help you fix your home. So you could always develop skills and hobbies. And that's the routine I keep, you know. It's not going to make you rich, but it's going to make you happy and productive. And you can work on your relationships by working on yourself, being more calm, being more patient, asking what did you do wrong, but not too harshly. Sometimes it's the other person that was wrong. But still know how could you avoid conflicts and resolve conflicts with your kids, with your spouse, with your co-workers. Resolve high-intensity conflicts by stepping away from the situation, sharing common interests, understanding the other person, making your point clear, reframing your viewpoint, alternative solutions, collective solutions, being direct when someone is being offensive, telling them why they're being offensive, but without being too penalizing and blaming. Just guys are very easy at this. Guys are easy at this. Guys, you can say whatever the hell you want to each other, and it's not going to be a problem. But I don't know, maybe in the professional setting it's different. Everyone's got their own maturity and age differences and hierarchy differences in the employment status and stuff like that. So I don't know. And their own motives. So that was it. You got the health stuff. You got the routines and habits stuff. You got the finance stuff. You got the stock stuff. You got the hobbies stuff. You got the Googling stuff. You got the organizational stuff. You got the, and that's how you can add some structure to your life. I also like to keep lists of my favorite things, like my favorite movies, my favorite, songs, scientific studies. I got over 100 documents as well as things that I've learned, and I share them. But you can make your own documents of things that you learn and things that are important to you. Like I don't know anything about animals. So you can learn, if you're an animal person, you can make lists on all the different animals and what you know about them. Why not? Because one day you're going to forget it. So if you write it all down, you'll remember it. Like I wish when I was in school, if I knew about this, at the end of each year, I would write down what I learned from each subject. Rather than just graduating, just a simple one page summary of each subject I learned, or the most important subjects to me of what I learned in school. Or when you go on to be an apprentice or something or whatever, or a master or professional at something, write down a couple of pages of everything you learned, the most important points. So this is how it's like journaling. It's like journaling. Professional, habit, routine, productive journaling. Not just journaling your emotions, but journaling your productivity and your education and your world knowledge and your entertainment. Journaling all of that. I just like to be organizational. And yeah, balanced diets, keep a healthy weight, keep it active, go for walks, stretch, entertain yourself. And this is just how to keep an active lifestyle and to build a successful, productive routine. Healthy relationships. You know, just to add some structure to your days. I go for walks in the morning, get breakfast, watch the talk shows, do my stocks, read about the news, then watch sports in the evening, read about politics, read on social media, make more documents, do more stocks, do more business, play music, go for walks, drive the car, go for a ride, clear my mind, play with my cat, you know, keep up with the family relationships and anybody I'm talking to. So keep up with socializing, and you're going to be a productive person and happy. So that does it for this guide. Share it with someone. Listen to the audiobook. And we out here. And as always, stay classy, New York.